It's week 2 of the 2024 season, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Steelers and the Broncos, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they...
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie QB, the young man out of Oregon.
And I can't imagine that week 1 was anything except a whirlwind for this young man. A few bright spots in the opener, but as expected, a few rookie mistakes as well. Let's find out if he learned from them, and we'll show some progress and improvement starting here in week 2.
A first carry now. This is Williams.
Boom!
Still fighting through tackles and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Tim Patrick. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Browning, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Our first carry for Najee Harris. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Got his man. It's Warren. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tim Patrick. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. His first career touchdown pass, and, you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it as we resume action. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are back within a score. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. You see Tim Patrick as he and the rest of this offense get set for the upcoming series. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number one.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
Joey Porter Jr. that time got in there and backs the offense up. Tackle for loss. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun is Nix. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Javonte Williams out of the backfield, but now it's third down. And Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They've got some guys who might need a year or two on the practice squad.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll go play action with Nix. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back. Nix looking to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Here now a 3rd down and 8. From the gun, here's Fields. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. You see Tim Patrick as he and the rest of this offense get set for the upcoming series. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defender.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Fields. Got an open man. It's Pickens. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. To throw is Fields. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back to throw. Fields. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Corner blitz got home there. Pat Surtain, the one that dropped it. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead. As he Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 55 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A shotgun snap, Fields. Completes this one to Pickens. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Out of the gun, Fields. He finds Austin complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Here's Fields. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Brandon Jones picking it off. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made 1 more play, could have had our shutout.
And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw is Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game. Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Fields now to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And the Broncos get there and take him down. John Franklin Myers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And one last throw here for Fields. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence and